The following announcement has been paid for by the Mike World Order. Welcome to Season 4, Episode 4 of the Mike Cook Guys podcast. And I just want to say for the record, it's not 'cause I'm seeing double, it's not 'cause I'm causing trouble. I just want to do another episode of my show. Now that I got that out of my system, tonight's episode is sponsored by Red Shed Jed. If you're into random blogging about random shit, also real-time capturing of goats, and just Jed being Jed, this is the site you want to check out. redshedjed.com. That's redshedjed.com. Now that I gave the plugin for it, you're welcome, sir. After giving me a whole week of pre-promoting and tagging me on it on social media, there's your 15 years of fame. Because let's face it, Red Shed Jed will probably be more over than my podcast, all because of some damn goats. That being said in a nice way, because let's face it, after this episode, we're probably going to be blocked. It's 1:30 in the morning. I just got done finishing texting my best friend, codename President of the Fan Club, while also downing half a bottle of Platinum Vodka. Funny story about Platinum Vodka. 80 proof. It's cheap as hell, but it does the job right. Magusta. So, I'm wondering, should I say tonight's episode or this morning's episode, since it's in the AM and it's raining like cats and dogs. Season 1, I did an episode where it was an Anti-Valentines Day episode, and the reason why I did that episode, because it wasn't even planned. I did it on Valentine's Day, and right after leaving my ungrateful then girlfriend's apartment after doing a ton of planning. Fast forward that 5 years later, here we are. Part 2 of the Anti-Valentines Day episode. I can honestly say, and for the record, the mariachi music, I'm not in the Mexican restaurant, and don't get it twisted, they're open at this hour on Route 1. That's just why I got playing in the background. But I despise Valentine's Day, not because of the reason that most people say, oh, it's commercial, it's a man-made, you should love your woman every day, and I get that. You should love your woman or your man every day. One should feel appreciated if the other wants to feel love. It goes hand in hand. But that doesn't exist in my world. Not at all. The fact of those type of things doesn't exist. And I'm cool with that. I'm definitely cool with that. Even though I keep being told numerous times by friends, by family, oh, don't worry, you're going to find the right person. The right one is going to come into your life, and life is going to be great. You're going to be in love and all that. Last time somebody told me that, what started out as a great end of winter going into spring end up turning into the most miserable summer, which ended on a sour note for the beginning of fall. I'm not falling for that shit again, you know. And it's funny that happened Valentine's Day last year when I was told that and all that fell through. So yeah, me and Valentine's Day have a hate-hate relationship. Like, I really hate Valentine's Day. But, you know, this year, I was going to take a chance. I was going to do something different because of my interests. Yes, my interests that I had. And then I realized that I really want to risk a good friendship over feelings. Everyone says yes, because there's no telling what can go out of it. I say no because, you know, it can be that shit all over again. You know, nobody wants to feel awkward when they tell someone, hey, you know, I really like you and I want to do Valentine's Day with you. Is that cool? And then afterwards they give you that awkward look. Some you just know, and some you know that it could happen, it couldn't happen, so you take the risk. In my case, I knew this wasn't it, you know. Some things you just know. So I say to you, code name, should I even mention her code name? No, I'm not going to mention the code name. Because I think at this point, you can't be that naive to know who's being mentioned. Like, seriously. But that's cool. But there's just something about Valentine's Day in the month of February that just, it really just, you know, it just gets under my skin. It makes me angry. You know, I even talked to my therapist about it, and they're like, some things you just have to let go and wait for karma to hit. And I'm like, I've been waiting for years for karma to hit on people, and ain't shit happen. Ain't shit happen at all. So I don't feel like waiting on karma, you know? And it's not easy to just let shit go. When you had something like that happen to you numerous times around this holiday, I might want to add, you know, it hurts. And I think many people out there can agree with me that, okay, for example, listeners, just a simple Q&A. Now, I'm not going to tell you to literally raise your hand, but I'm sure you would, you know, mentally raise your hand if I ask you, have you ever been cheated on? Okay. Here's the next one. Have you ever been cheated on numerous times around Valentine's Day or dumped on Valentine's Day? It's a pretty good show of hands. But I don't know, like, this year I just look at it like this. When people ask what you gonna do for Valentine's Day, I gotta work both jobs, and I'll probably go home, cook me something to eat, watch some wrestling, call it a night, you know. This is one of those things that just is really not, and I don't even care the commercial of it, just the fact that it has to do with relationships. If anything, Valentine's Day should honor me as the Never Marriage Open Weight champion. since I'm already, in my second reign and record-breaking 6 title defenses. Who's gonna be number 7? Like, I'm ready for it. And I'm also drunk as hell right now, So I'm sure when people hear this episode, they're gonna be like, what the fuck is he talking about? Hear me out. Just hear me out. Just brush off the random shit and just hear Mike Cook being Mike Cook, opening up on this episode. The origin started even all the way through my parents. I can honestly say I got being a hard lover from my mother. She's one of those women that she'll put all the effort into it and will do everything she can for her man. But I know there's moments where I know she feels like she should be appreciated more. And because of that, I always, whatever woman it is, whatever they do, or if it's a friend, I highly appreciate them for what they are. So it kind of carries over. And it's one of those things where if anybody knows how I am around this time frame, she does. Like earlier tonight, she called just out to random. It's 10 o'clock at night, and she calls just to say hey, because she just had that feeling something was wrong with her son mentally, because as we get closer, this is a fair warning to many, I'm like a complete asshole. But then as soon as February 15th hits, I'm back to normal. I'm good. But there's just something about the first 14 months. I just couldn't. I mean, I didn't even want to talk to my own Zoo Squad a couple of those days in person. It was like, if y'all want to talk to me, just message. But I didn't want to physically talk, And I'm sure they were worried, thinking, is it us? Did we do something to you? No. It's just this fucking month, But at least on this episode, compared to the first one on season 1, this one I'm more accepting. Whereas, season 1 episode, I forgot which episode it was, but I was listening to it on the way to work, and when it got slow, and I'm steaming clothes, I'm listening, and I'm like, okay, I had too much hatred build up. Like, I needed a hug, okay? Big Maury would probably say, Mike, you need a hug. You need more than a hug. You need a hug, some chicken McNuggets, and probably some wrestling tapes, and somebody to tell you, hey, man, you should feel loved. Like, that's how angry I sounded on the episode. Which, by the way, I also want to add, the Mike and Maury Show will be doing a new episode sometime this week. I'm not sure when, because I got too much shit going on. So it most likely might be on a Tuesday or a Saturday after I get off work. That's still a work in progress, I was actually supposed to have been off from my other job this coming Friday because I wanted to do something with my Zoo Squad. But due to the higher powers at my other job, Casual Mail, they needed me to work Friday after work because the higher-ups will be coming in town. So, thanks for scrapping that plans, buddy. Just like, yeah, but it's money, right? I'm single. I ain't got no kids that you people know of. So I guess I should just make money. and I'm still trying to like wonder why the hell am I doing this episode this late at night. It's crazy. It's so crazy. But I did get a few Q&As in also. Can't mention their names, but let me grab my little list. Question number 1. Listen to the last episode. I was wondering why you haven't made a pass on Codename Shy Girl. Well, as if you heard earlier on this segment, I mentioned why. You know, like I said, I like her a lot. Don't want to ruin a good friendship that's building. And as simple as that. Next question. Yo, Mike, are you going to watch WWF St. Valentine's Day Massacre on Valentine's Day? That's a good idea. That's a good idea. For those who aren't wrestling fans, the WWF did a pay-per-view on St. Valentine's Day in 1998 called St. Valentine's Day Massacre. It was either 98 or 99. It was like Stone Cold Steve Austin and Vince McMahon in a cage. They're just going at it. Nah, that shit was one-sided. Oh, my dude, McMahon was getting his ass kicked. I mean, he took some bumps, too, in that match. That's why, man... People say pro wrestling is fake. Nah. Pro wrestling is real. See, you people out there that are fake. You. Most of you. Nah, yeah, about 85% of you people are fake. At least in my eyes. I think most of you are fake because you say one thing but do the other. I think some of you are fake because all most of you people do is lead others on. You lead people on with nothing but broken promises and lies. And people fall for it. The other night I did a podcast segment for a friend. And, he asked me, do I still think chivalry is dead? Because on season 3, episode 1, I said chivalry wasn't dead. I said just a certain amount of people don't appreciate it. I take that back. Okay, chivalry is dead, buried, tombstone, pile driven. And not the American style. We're talking the Mexican style where if somebody puts you in a tombstone pile driver, you either got a broken neck or you're dead. In this case, it's dead. Because this generation, which also influenced older people, so you can't blame it on the younger people, it influenced the older people too. Nobody can't say anything bad, or at least these people that I'm speaking of, can't say anything bad about crackheads, junkies, stoners, because they're no different. You people are no different because, like junkies, you will do everything you can, lie, steal, convince others, persuade others, without doing much to get what you need, just so you can have that quick fix. And then once you have that quick fix of everything you wanted off that person, you leave them. And you go to the next sucker that falls for it. It's an ongoing process. There's no such thing as the whole love process these days. It's like I said, like a junkie fix. All men or women, doesn't matter. It goes hand in hand. And I'm not just bashing women, I'm bashing men too because I watch it. Hell, I was one of them at one point. But that was just to get over, my ex. And at the same time, how would it feel me doing that to people? Okay, I admit it. It's not great. But I understand their point of view of why they do it. Do I like it? Hell no, because I didn't like it. But I did it. So, to me, I don't listen to the whole one day, never day, okay? Nunca. And I'm still trying to figure out how an hour ago I was talking to my BFF in Spanish. Like, it was, and I'm like reading the text message. I'm not even doing translate nothing. It's just easily flowing out that I'm like sending these messages. Because she said the same thing. One day, my friend. One day. Nah. It's not gonna happen. Not in this generation always, because like I said, we're in the vultures and junkies era of relationships. And I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. And that's why I just rather be solo. Those who are in relationships, hey, I'm happy for y'all. Hope it works. Those who are single like me, stay single. There's money to be made out there. Invest in building who you are. Not some ungrateful piece of shit who's just going to drain you for what it is. Now, I know this sounds like another anti-hate episode. It is what it is. Most people, if you're offended by this episode, there's only one thing I can tell you. Get over it. But I appreciate you listening. At least it understands another dimension about me. Because for some reason, like I said, the first half of this month, I just hit this bipolar stage. Even though I am starting to think, talking to my therapist, that I possibly might be bipolar. And I ain't saying that to sound cool either. But, maybe it's just so much anger buildup. Letting go is not that easy. People say it's so easy, but it's not. It takes a lot more time for others than it do. On that note, this concludes a late night, angry, drunken, rambling episode of episode 4 of the Mike Cook Guys podcast. Stay tuned for episode 5. The Lethal Lottery. You, the viewers, choose what the topic is. Once it gets chosen, that'll be the topic. We'll be accepting submissions on Facebook, Confessions of Walking Mouthpiece, my Twitter page, Instagram, which right now I'm doing a random 30 days of posting shit that makes no sense to people except me. But some of you guys get it, so I'm cool with that. Anyway, I'm done with this episode. And I'm done talking. So on that note, I'm getting my gun cocked just so I can let you people know goodbye and good night.